A 16-year-old vanished under 10-foot waves with a drowning boy locked in his arms. Days later, the president wanted him at the White House, but the rescue that went viral? It wasn't even the hardest thing he did that day. Not even close. Keep that last part in your head. 5 people, 1 day, 1 teenager. Will get there. But to understand why this shook the whole country, you have to see what the camera caught first. It's a Saturday afternoon in Santa Cruz, California. The water looks perfect. It isn't. A 10-year-old is standing in ankle-deep water. That's it. Ankle-deep. One wave takes his feet out. The current grabs him. In seconds, he's 15 yards out and vanishing. A guy on the beach spots it. He said it looked like a little black dot getting pulled out to sea. That black dot was a child, and nobody knew his name except the teenager already sprinting for the water. His name is Ryder Williams. 16 years old. First year on the job. In about 2 minutes, he's going to do something that ends up on the president's phone. Why? Hold on. Because what happens in the water is hard to believe. He radios for backup. He drops his radio and sunglasses at the base of his tower, and he runs. Buoy in hand, fins on his wrist, straight into the surf. He reaches the boy and locks both arms around him. Then the ocean turns on them. A wave slams in. Ryder gets thrown backwards. He disappears under the water. Then he surfaces. Still holding on, he goes under again. And again. He does not let go. And he wasn't the only one fighting for that kid. People on the beach reportedly tried to link arms and form a human chain to reach them. The waves ripped it apart, but Ryder had the boy. A second lifeguard swam out to help. Together, they dragged the child back onto the sand. The whole thing lasted just over 2 minutes. 2 minutes doesn't sound like much. In that water, it's forever. And the second they hit the beach, Ryder didn't stop to celebrate. He reportedly sprinted past his own tower to get help. Paramedics checked the boy over. No serious injuries. He went home to his family that night. Then, Ryder did something that tells you everything about him. He went back to work. Now. That whole time. Remember the guy filming? His name is Scott Vander Dussen. From a page called Santa Cruz Now, he posted the clip online. And it exploded. Millions of views. Every platform. Within hours. People couldn't look away. A teenager getting hammered by the ocean, refusing to give up on a stranger's kid. And the man who filmed it didn't soften it. He said if the lifeguards hadn't been there, that boy would not have made it home. Then the video kept climbing, higher and higher, until it landed with someone who could change this kid's life overnight. First, it caught the eye of Eric Trump, the president's son. He shared the footage and called it truly the best of America. Hours later, his father saw it. Donald Trump didn't just watch. He posted the video himself. And he made a promise. He said he'd bring this heroic young man and his family into the White House. He said maybe the boy Ryder saved would come too. And he wanted to give the teenager a high civilian honor. His exact words, very brave, he deserves it. Stop, and picture that a first-year lifeguard. A normal Saturday shift. And now the President of the United States wants him at the White House. But remember what I told you to hold on to? That this wasn't even the hardest thing he did that day? Here it is. According to Ryder's own grandfather, the teen made 2 more rescues that same afternoon. Both were, in his words, more gnarly. By the end of the day, Ryder had pulled 5 people out of that ocean. 5. The world lost its mind over one save. Ryder treated it like a normal shift. When they asked him about it, he just said, "This is what I do." No bragging. No victory lap. He kept working. And here's the part that hits hardest. It didn't come from the president or the internet. It came from Ryder's dad. His father said Ryder came home and explained why he never let go. He knew that if he loosened his grip, that child would drown. So he decided that simply wasn't going to happen. No matter what his dad said, it brought him to tears. And then came the detail nobody saw coming. The family found out about the White House invitation from the news. Same as the rest of us. Ryder's dad admitted he hadn't even processed it. When someone asked if they'd actually go, he said, "I'm not sure." As of those interviews, no one from the White House had even called them. The invite was public. The phone call still hadn't come. And there's one more open question. That high civilian honor Trump promised? He never said which one. There are two big ones a president can give. The Medal of Freedom, the highest in the country, and the Citizens Medal, usually second. Both normally go to people with a lifetime of service. Ryder is 16. He's been a lifeguard for less than a year. So can a teenager even get one? Nobody's confirmed it yet. Now, step back for a second. That same weekend, Santa Cruz lifeguards pulled dozens of people out of the water. Almost none of it made the news. No cameras, no headlines, no call from the president. Ryder broke through for one reason. Someone happened to be filming his two hardest rescues that day. No camera. So the world never saw them. Fame didn't find his toughest moment. It found the one that got recorded. And under all the noise, one thing never changes. A 10-year-old boy is alive today. Because a teenager refused to let go. If this story got to you, you're not alone. It's proof that ordinary people do extraordinary things. Usually with nobody watching. And if that lifeguard ever ends up at the White House, standing next to the kid he saved, you'll want to see it, because Trump hinted the boy might come too. Link your related video here. If you want another story about a regular person who became a national headline overnight, I've got one ready for you right now. And if you like these fast, clear, no-fluff, subscribe. There's a new one every week. I'll see you in the next one.